If you're looking for how to use your talent points in Hogwarts Legacy without delving into the dark arts, then this video is what you need. With a full breakdown of the best talents to get early game and late game, along with options for your own personal customization as you play through, here is the ultimate guide to talents without dark arts in Hogwarts Legacy. You will be able to unlock the customization of talents once you progress through the main story and complete Jackdaw's Tomb. Now there are 40 levels within the game, but only 36 available talent points for you to spend. And if you're not using the 10 in the dark arts, here are the best ones that I recommend, as well as when to get them. And upon gaining access to the talents, you will see there are 3 different tiers. There is the tier 1, which unlock at level 5. There are tier 2, which unlock at level 16, and tier 3, which unlock at level 22. Even if you've avoided all of the XP sources, collectibles, and side quests leading up to this main story quest, just by following this, you'll reach level 8 by the time you unlock talents. This gives you 4 talent points to use once the quest is complete, however you're likely to have a lot more if you've been doing some exploring as you've gone through. So I'm going to explain the best talents for you to pick up as you level up throughout the game if you're wanting to avoid the dark arts. Just remember though, once you have selected a talent to unlock, you can't go back on this decision, so be very careful and follow along. The first 4 talents that you get, whether you just completed the quest or whether you're a couple levels higher than level 8, the first 4 are still going to be used to set up your core build. The first 2 spells you're going to want to pick up are in the core section of your talents, and that is spell knowledge levels 1 and 2. This will give you access to extra spell diamonds so you can slot your spells in different slots, and you're not just limited to the 4 original spells that you have, and you can mix it up a little bit. Getting this early on is really important because after you progress from this quest, you have the ability to unlock a lot more spells, so you're going to want access to the spell diamonds so that you can actually use them in combat. But speaking of combat, you're also going to need to pick up Wiggenweld Potency 1. The reason for this is the basic Wiggenweld potion sucks, doesn't give you a lot of HP back, so getting the first upgrade will give you a nice boost to help you within combat. And most importantly, you're going to need to pick up basic cast mastery. This will mean that when you do basic attacks as part of your combos, you will actually refresh part of the cooldown of your main spells. So make sure you're getting this, it's really important. Those 4 spells then are going to be your basic core build, and you're going to need to pick them up first, and you should have enough talent points regardless of how you got to this point in the story. Now without dark arts, your next 3 spells from levels 9 to 11 are going to be focusing on building up and upgrading your basic spells. So head on over to the spells section of the talent menu, and you're going to first upgrade Incendio. The Incendio upgrade creates an area of effect damage around you, which is not only important for damage output, but when you get later on in the game, some enemies called them fairies can't be damaged until you've actually inflicted some sort of fire damage on them, so having the AoE here makes that a lot easier. And then the next one you're going to want to upgrade at level 10 is going to be Accio. This will allow you to summon multiple enemies towards you, not just the one person, which is not only great for just stunning people and getting them out of the fight, but also ties in really well with the Incendio combo. Accio and Incendio together are amazing, and with both of them upgraded, you're going to be dealing maximum damage to multiple people if you can Accio multiple people over, so you're going to want to pick this one up next. And for level 11, you're going to want to pick up the Levioso Mastery upgrade. This will allow you to levitate multiple people off just the one spell cast, and gives you a bit of extra time in a fight with some more enemies out of the picture. Now for the 5 talents in between level 11 and level 16, I want you to actually save these. Don't spend your talent points on these, as when you do hit level 16, you'll get access to the tier 2 upgrades for talents, and they are much stronger, and you'll get a massive power spike by leaving these 5 talents till that point. So from level 11, once you've done the Levioso charm upgrade, then move on over, don't spend any until you hit level 16. At level 16, you'll then have 5 talent points available, and the first one you're going to want to upgrade with one of those is going to be Wiggenweld Potency 2, and this will give you access to a full heal with a Wiggenweld potion, and is so useful, especially if you're playing on a harder difficulty like I am. It's really valuable. Next, of course, you're going to want to pick up Spell Knowledge 3. What this will do is give you your 4th spell diamond and allow you to slot even more spells, which, trust me, you're going to need them as you've reached this point in the game. And with the last 3 talent points that you have from reaching level 16 and saving them, you're going to upgrade Depulso, Confringo, and Diffindo. Now, if you've got to this point in the story at level 16 and you don't have these spells available, you've probably just completed the Jackdaw's quest, you will get 2 assignments that will allow you to pick up Depulso and Diffindo from Professor Sharp, and then Confringo you'll get as a main story quest from Sebastian. You just have to follow the story a little bit further and go to Broom class, and then once you've done that, go complete these missions, you'll have all 3 spells, then you want to upgrade them. If you don't have them yet, just save the points until you get them. These are really valuable once they're upgraded, and they're part of that core build at level 16. Now, as we go from level 17 to level 21, so just before you hit the level 22 tier 3 spells, there are a couple more upgrades that you're going to want to get. Now, it doesn't matter quite what order you get these in, go based on your priority level and what you value the most, but I would recommend as soon as you unlock Glacius and Descendo, you get the upgrades for these because they are, again, a really big impactful damage boost to those spells. The other one you're really going to want to get at this point of the game is the Ancient Magic Throw Mastery, which will allow you to throw disarmed weapons. Really great against goblins, really great against some of the main story bosses you're going to have to fight. Removing their weapons and then throwing them right back at them is a really valuable resource. And then at this point of the game, what I would recommend before you hit the tier 3 spells is to pick up Swift, which will turn your rolls into this sort of lightning dash. Really good at getting away from opponents, especially some of the late game bosses. So make sure you pick this up early. It's really, really useful. And then you're also going to want to get up the Revelio Mastery, which will just increase your Revelio charm distance and allow you to see more things that you're trying to explore and get. And that's really valuable for later leveling up. Being able to see some of those sort of hidden collectibles with the Revelio charm is really useful. Then at level 22, when you pick up the tier 3 spells, you're going to want to get Stupefy Expertise. What this does is it actually turns your Stupefy counterattack into a damaging spell, and that is so useful. When you have enemies shooting you all over and you are always outnumbered in this game, having the extra damage from a Stupefy is so valuable, so I would definitely recommend picking this up immediately upon hitting level 22 and getting that talent point. The next 5 talent points then from level 23 all the way up to 27 are kind of up to you in terms of exactly which order you want to do these in, and it will also depend on how far through the game you are if you have access to the last 2 spells. So this is a little bit of your choice, but here are the 5 that I recommend getting next. Prioritize your Transformation Mastery upgrade as well as then your Bombarda Mastery upgrade. These are really useful and really add a lot of weight to those spells, so make sure you get those. So then the next one I think is really valuable for you to upgrade is going to be Protego Mastery. What this does is that when you have a successful block and you have enemies nearby you who have shields, it will destroy their shields of nearby enemies. Really, really useful because shields are so annoying in this game, especially if you don't continuously beat down an opponent, they get that shield back really quickly. So having Protego Mastery allows you to block an attack and break a lot of shields all at the same time. You're also going to want to grab Protego Expertise, which means that when you do that successful block, it will fire 2 projectiles out at enemies, which again, obviously really useful, great for damage output as well. And then lastly, in these 5 up to level 27, I'm going to recommend you getting Petrificus Totalis Mastery, which even if you're not really a stealth player, there will be stealth elements that you use at times in this game, and will just allow you to knock out 2 enemies or even a group of enemies with an AoE Petrificus Totalis. That's really useful because some enemies stand too close together and you can't do them one at a time without alerting people. So whether you're going for stealth or not, I do recommend you getting this around the level of 27. So then from this point up to level 40, you're going to have 13 spells, and this is where your customization of how you want to play really comes in. There are essentially 3 categories of spells left for you to upgrade, and you can mix and match this order depending on how you want to play the game, but I've kind of characterized them and prioritized them based on each category. So if you're looking more for an ancient magic focus when you're playing and really utilizing that combo meter, then these are the spells you're wanting to get first. Within the core talent section, pick up basic cast Airborne Absorption, which will allow you to increase your ancient magic meter as you hit basic cast on airborne opponents. Then pick up Protego Absorption and also Evasion Absorption as your next talents, because these will allow you to again increase your ancient magic meter quicker based on successful blocks and evades respectively. If the Room of Requirement is more your thing and you love potions and plants, then these are the spells you're going to want to prioritize depending on those 2 avenues. If you're a plant person, then pick up Noxious, then Fertilizer, then Headache in that priority order. These 3 spells will upgrade and increase the power of your 3 different plants, whether that be the Venomous Tentacula, whether it be the Chinese Chomping Cabbage, or the Mandrake. If you're going for more of a potion focus, however, you're going to want to focus on these spells first. Firstly, get the Focus Potion Potency, because this is really good at just refreshing your spells. It puts it on a really quick cooldown, and the Focus Potion is pretty easy to brew, as are most of the potions, to be honest. So getting this just allows you to have more and more spells quickly as possible. Next, I recommend getting the Maxima Potion Potency because this damage output is really good and again allows you to break through shields without any real issue. So grab this, it really helps you in a fight. Next, grab the Eridus Potion Potency, as this invulnerability is amazing, especially in really tough fights, and the deflection that it gives you will also do a lot of damage to enemies if it pings off onto them. And then lastly, grab the Thunderbrew Potion Potency, as this will literally summon the power of Zeus around you and just bring lightning everywhere. It's kind of awesome. Depending on what you want to upgrade, these are the order of the spells that I would recommend for each different category. Again, you can choose to do Ancient Magic, then Plants, then Potions, or any order of that you want, but pick up those spells in those orders in my opinion. I think that's the best way to go about it based on the value you get for each talent upgrade. At some point as well during all of that, you're going to want to pick up the Human Demiguise upgrade, which will allow you to sprint while in your Disillusionment Charm. Actually a really valuable mechanic, even if you're going for stealth or not. You're also going to want to pick up the Stupefy Mastery upgrade, which will just increase the amount of time that those people are stunned from a counterattack, and also the Invisibility Potion upgrade, which is alright. You have Disillusionment Charm. I don't really see a lot of value in this potion, but you can get that one as well just to fill out the 40th Mastery talent point selection that you've got. If, however, you want to go for more of a stealth playthrough and upgrade this talent tree, then you can pick up the Sense of Secrecy 1 and 2 instead of the Stupefy Mastery and the Invisibility Potion. I don't think it's a very valuable upgrade. It does a lot. It's really good at allowing you not to be detected, but I don't actually think it's very needed in the game. The Disillusionment Charm is pretty easy to use, and I've never really had much of an issue being caught, so you can pick it up if you want, but that's up to you. That then, guys, is my full talent guide, not using any of the dark art sections if you want to avoid that during one of your playthroughs. This is the way I recommend upgrading those 40 levels and 34 talent points. If you are interested in my recommendations for how you upgrade using the dark arts, it is very different and will be coming to the channel really soon, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. Until then though, guys, check out one of the videos on screen. I'll catch you later.